Hey, what's up guys? This is the Ramblin' Man, and today I'm playing some Battlefield Bad Company 2. Not Call of Duty. Battlefield Bad Company 2. And I just wanted to upload this video just because I realized I don't really have any other videos on my YouTube channel except for Call of Duty, so I thought I'd just upload this one as a little experiment to see if, well, I just thought I'd upload it for fun, because it's not like I'm done playing Black Ops or anything. It's just I like to play a wide variety of games, and the reason I'll get into that later. But first, I think I'm going to explain. Most people who watch this have probably heard of I got Black Ops on the mind, Bad Company 2. But for those of you that haven't played it or know anything about it, I'm going to describe it in a bit more in depth here, because it is actually very different from Black Ops. And the first thing you notice is how enormous the maps are. The maps in Battlefield are so much bigger than the maps in Call of Duty. And it's just crazy because there's all sorts of vehicles. There's tanks, jeeps, quads. There's like 4 kinds of helicopters. There's about 4 different varieties of each within each category of vehicle. I don't know if there's any huge difference between them, but I don't really go in the vehicles. Sometimes I'll be the gunner for my buddy when Dwelm, me and him are usually running together when we play this, but usually he drives and I'm the gunner. But you can see he's placed some C4 on that bridge just in case we get approached from behind by a tank or something, and that's always fun. But first, another main difference between this and Call of Duty is that you don't have you more or less have a creative class in Battlefield, but in Battlefield oh, excuse me, I got an itch there. In Battlefield, it's divided into 4 classes. Instead of just put whatever gun and whatever sidearm you want, you have, I think you can actually, whatever sidearm, it doesn't matter. I think it's just pistols regardless anyway, but, anyways, I'm getting off topic. The classes, right? And I told Dusty I was recording, and he decided to show off the C4 because I missed him blowing up the first bridge. So wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. Beautiful. You're a show off, Dusty. Dwelm, sorry, Dwelm. Don't want to get you any stalkers. Anyways, the way the classes are set up in I gotta stop saying Black Ops, I'm just too used to it. In Battlefield is that there's 4 different categories. You can either be an assault, recon, or sniper, whatever it's called. You get a sniper rifle, that's the point. And there's engineer, and there's medic. And you can probably guess by those names what those 4 what they specialize in. And obviously I'm using a recon kit here, because I'm using a sniper rifle, and honestly I can't tell you too much in depth in any category other than the recon, because you don't unlock guns level by level. The more time you put into each category, that's the more you unlock for that particular category. And I personally have 0 points in any other category other than recon, because I play this game so little that whenever I come on, I just want to dick around. I don't feel like being serious. Like, I doubt I've ever finished, well, I have a very, very poor KD in Battlefield, let me put it that way, because all I've ever done is snipe. If I finish with a 1.0 KD, that's a very successful game for me. But anyways, I can't offer too much detail on the other classes. Like, I've never even picked up or fired an assault rifle, an LMG, or a shotgun of any sort in this game, because I've only ever been recon, and that's all I really know how to use. Well, I imagine I could use the other classes, but I just prefer the sniper. It's actually very difficult to snipe in this game, because you have to lead your targets a fair bit when they're at distance. And as you can see, a lot of the time you're at a fair distance. When you get rushed, it's just better to pull at your sidearm, because your sidearm can be very deadly. At close range, you can win gunfights. It's not advised. You don't want to be found at close range, but anyways, another thing I should mention is that as a sniper, I also have 2 sort of equipment slots, you'd call, I guess. And the first one is I can call in a mortar strike on like a timed cooldown, and that's useful for either blowing up buildings, because there are destructible buildings in this game, as you've seen by my rapidly disintegrating cover. I think they found me, as I figured when they were shooting at me. But actually here I'm leaving my cover, not because not because the roof is threatening to collapse, as you'll see in a second I head back, but because Dusty's stuck in a window. Dwellm's stuck in a window. He can't get out. And he just sits there. There's a tank you saw just roll. There's an enemy tank just rolled in front of the window, and he's freaking out right now. He doesn't know what to do, and he finally figures out that he can knife the door frame, and he gets out. So yay, Dusty doesn't mercilessly get destroyed limb from limb by a tank. But you can see this house is being attacked by mortar, and I still rush in. But as you can see, there is destructible. Every building in this game on each level, to my knowledge, is destructible. And that's actually a really good tactic. If people are camping a building, that's actually a very good tactic. Is I can either equip mortar as a recon. I can either equip mortar or C4. And mortar is on a cooldown, so it's usable, but it's a fairly long cooldown, so you have to stay alive long enough to get it again. And it's not overly powerful. Like, you can kill a tank. That's another function of it, is if you call it directly on top of a tank and the tank doesn't move, you can destroy a tank with it. It's just not as powerful as you might like. And the C4 you can also get has the advantage because it's much more precise, as you saw with the bridge. But if you run up right behind a tank and it doesn't see you, and you just lay 2 or 3 C4 on it, you'll just blow it up right there. But the trick there is getting to it. And here I call bullshit. Come on, I shot him. As he was running up that hill, I got a hit marker. And it's nice to know that snipers do 32% damage. He's still sitting at 68%. But that's one thing you'll notice with Battlefield. Oh, that's one reason I used this gameplay, is just because you get to see a nice shot of Dusty Dwelm dying in a collapsing house. You could hear, as I was dying, I could just hear him yelling, "Shit, shit, shit!" And it was hilarious, because Dusty dies, Dwelm, Jesus. He dies 2 or 3 times from explosions in this game. But, as I was saying, you notice with the sniper rifles, you're never going to get a one-shot kill on the body. You either have to get 2 body shots, or you have to get a headshot, which makes sniping in this game very difficult, because at such ranges, you gotta be really accurate. And this is actually the first sniper you unlock. There are several different kinds of snipers. There's like high-powered ones, and then there's rapid-fire ones. And honestly, I prefer this is the very first sniper you unlock, as I said, and I actually prefer it to any of the ones you unlock. Apparently, the very last one you unlock is like very powerful, but I don't play this game enough that I've unlocked it. So, as you can see, though, the pistol is actually really deadly. If you land your shots, it can kill in just a couple of number of bullets. And I just walked over. Oh yeah. There's a lot of different equipment that you can use in this game as well, and that's just a little UAV. And UAV in this game is very different than in Black Ops, as you can see, because it comes equipped with a gun. It also has a... Well, I don't want to spoil it. You'll see a little later what else it has. But, yeah, I was just saying there, the pistol. There's a couple of different pistols you can get, and I don't know. A pistol's a pistol to me. It's a little last-ditch effort. And, yeah, so sniping, you don't see as many snipers. You see a fair amount just because it's kind of fun, the challenge. But you'll get gunned down a lot because the assault rifles and... Hey, I got like a half-ass quickscope. Celebrate. Aw. That's what else UAVs have. They have rockets. They can just cause you all sorts of hell. But anyways, as I was saying, the light machine guns and assault rifles in this game are really accurate, and so they can actually counter-snipe you if you're not careful and you don't move and shift up your position. If they know where you are, they can counter-shoot you. I've been gunned down at long range by assault rifles and LMGs. Submachine guns, not so much. They've got to be pretty close to you because they're not that accurate, but... anyways, the next class I'll talk about is the Assault. Well, I guess I'll just kind of lump them all together because I don't know much about them, because I've never really played them. The Assault can lay down... he can lay down ammo packs for his teammates, and he gets points every time that his teammates walk over that ammo pack and get ammo. So Assaults typically get a high score, just because they kill a lot of people, because they come equipped with an Assault class and they do so much damage. Plus, when they get points if they lay down a ammo box. So they can just lay down an ammo box next to the snipers, and they'll be constantly getting fed points as they're killing people in the front line. So they are typically a high scoring class. And then there's the medic. As you might have guessed, they come equipped, they can heal you. They just lay down a little, I don't know what it is, they just lay down a box of healing on the ground, and you walk over and you get healed, because I'm not 100% sure how health regeneration works in this game, because you do eventually lose the red flash at the edge of your screen, but I don't know if that's your health going to 100% or if you still just sit at that percent. I might research that a little more, and I might put it as a annotation, or I might not. Depends how I feel. And they can also, medics, they also have a defibrillator that they can, if they come across your corpse and you haven't respawned yet, they can defibrillate you, and they can bring you back to life. So that's kind of handy, because it also counts as it also takes back the death in the little score counter in the bottom left above the minimap, because score matters. And even in this is sort of the domination mode, even in this mode, kills matter, because if you loot, you only got so many amount of respawns. Each team only gets 200, and if those 200, if one team has no more respawns left, then they lose. So this game type is so much, the team deathmatch in Battlefield is not nearly as fun as Conquest, just because it's Conquest, that's what it's called. It's just like the domination, just takes a little longer to capture flags, I suppose, but Conquest is sort of like deathmatch in itself, that just I'm saying a lot. I should probably stop that. But and I replace it with but. And I can't think of anything to replace it with. I gotta replace it with something. Yeah, Anyways, screw it. I keep saying too much in that topic of conversation. The engineers, let's move on. The engineers typically have submachine guns. Oh, I forgot to mention, the medics get light machine guns, so they can actually put people down. I don't know why you give a medic a light machine gun. You might want to give him the submachine gun so he could like run around healing people. But no, the medics get light machine guns, so they can kill people. They're competitive. But the engineer class is more geared towards vehicles and whatnot, because he comes equipped with C4, I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure Dwellin, when he blew up the bridge, he was an engineer, he had C4, and they also have a repair tool. They can repair vehicles if they get damaged, and that's a really handy tool, because if your vehicle gets damaged, you pretty much might as well just abandon it, because if your vehicle gets destroyed, you automatically die in it, so it just basically becomes a death trap. So it's really handy if you're an engineer and you get hurt in a dogfight with like another tank or something. You can hop out, quickly heal your tank, and jump back in. So that's pretty handy. And the engineers aren't such a big problem to snipers, just because I've never had a problem with them really, just because all they have is submachine guns, and they typically operate in vehicles or close range. So unless they kill me with a vehicle, then I don't usually ever face them head to head, because there's not really nothing. Well, they don't really bother me, because I'm usually typically farther back, because in this game you can't be so aggressive with sniper rifles, because you just can't, because you can't push, because of all the wonderful things he does, because I cannot spit out my words today. Because it takes 2 shots to kill somebody, so you can't really rush, else you'll just immediately get killed. So you gotta hang back, but you've got to also change up your position regularly enough, because if you kill somebody, they see where you are you don't get a kill cam, but they see where you are for about 4 seconds before they respawn. So it's not difficult for once they respawn to just go to your spot and kill you. Like as you've seen earlier on, when my house got totally destroyed, when I killed one of them, they would have just seen where I was, and they would have just applied common sense and decided, oh, we should probably kill that guy. He's got a very tactical advantage over us. But as you can see, we got totally shit stomped here. And the whole night that I played this, we didn't win a single match. Every match went exactly like this, and it was still fun as hell, because these are one of those games that you don't have to worry about doing good or bad.